more round. Please make sure your lighting is correct. Please make sure you got intelligent conversation. Who we got here?
It's Old Val Comedian. It's intelligent conversation. I'm 57 years old, so I give you intelligent conversation.
Okay, good. What's your name again? Hold on. What's your name again?
It's Old Val Comedian.
Val. What's up? Where you coming in from?
Okay. Vegas. I'm Vegas.
Oh, nice to
Okay.
meet you, O. Do we
Nice
call
to meet
you
you.
Val or Old Val?
You can call me. You can call me either one. Either one I answer to. I don't answer to other names. Anyway, nice to finally meet y'all. Hey, Rich. I always be in Rich DMs, but he don't answer back. Anyway, listen. Let me say this. Speaking for older woman, I understand where she was coming from, but at the same time, we gotta admit, as a woman, it's not about 5 kids, 5 baby daddies. It's a point of you should already had that cleared up before you said I do. Okay, you should already had to cleared up about where the borderlines were with the other people, other women, other baby mamas on his behalf. That should have been cleared up before they even got married. Okay. Now, also too, well, I understand where Rich was coming from when he said 5 baby daddies. He's trying to say those are 5 different personalities that you got to deal with, plus whatever you're dealing with whoever else. So somewhere in there, you have to have some kind of communication and you have to talk. So it's not about not having a conversation with a person. It's about the respectful line that you got to already draw ahead of time so you won't consider it as being disrespectful. Now, somebody that, like you said, you dated somebody and that person might call every 2 weeks to checking in. Some people might think like, oh, that's some coochie on hold. But at the same time, some people going to think that's just your good friend and y'all like to communicate with each other. It's nothing sexual anymore, but y'all just have that friendship. But at the same time, if your partner has a problem with it, that's when the problem comes in.
So what is your resolution?
Huh?
So what is your resolution?
My resolution is that you need to come to a compromise with the person that means something to you at that time, which is the person that's in your relationship. So the person in your relationship, if they have a problem with it, then you need to solve it with that person. If that person is not secure enough to feel that your relationship with your ex is a problem with them, I'm not saying be sneaky, but just be respectful. Have that conversation with that person outside of when you're not with your partner. It's not sneaking because y'all just like, hey, how you doing? But if your partner has a problem with it, it's disrespectful to talk to them in front of them when they have a problem with you talking to them. That's just my opinion.
No, I agree with you. I think that we've been saying the same thing all night. I think that everybody who comes in here, they say what me and Shawn have been saying, which is you got to communicate. You got to have that understanding with the person. And if the person does not care about how you feel and is continuing to make you feel a certain way about past relationships, baby daddies, friends, whatever the case may be, if that person is still making you feel a way and doesn't seem to understand that your emotions and your feelings are important, then you don't need to be with them. Point blank, period. You don't need to be with them. But at the same time, from a man's perspective, delivery is important. You can't come at a man aggressively and, yo, stop that, and giving ultimatums and doing that type of thing either, because he is going to act out.
Well, ultimatums don't work. Ultimatums don't work on either side. First of all, you should never give somebody an ultimatum unless you are prepared to take it either way that they take it. So when you give somebody an ultimatum, you better be prepared for either the yes or the no. So if you gonna give them an ultimatum, either you're gonna do this or I'm gone. You better be ready to be gone, because they might not agree with you. You understand what I'm saying? So when you give somebody an ultimatum, you better be sure that you are. But the thing is, a lot of times, and I hate to say this because I'm a woman and I'm with the women, but when a woman is wrong, a woman is wrong. A man gotta feel like a man. You know what I'm saying? It's a way that you can get to a man without bulking up to him. Because anytime you bulk up, he's gonna bulk up too. I don't care how tough a fighter you are and all that stuff. Bottom line, you can't whoop no man. Okay, you might get a good lick in here and there, but you can't whoop no man. So it's all in how you prepare yourself to bring whatever subject you want to bring to him. And I'm not saying that I've always been that way. It took years for me to learn that way. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that, because I've been married twice, so I understand that where the conflict come in when it comes to communicating. I used to always tell my husband that communicate. But now with both of them, I'm good friends with both of them. But they can call me up and say, hey, how you doing, or whatever else like that. But if I'm with someone and that person has a problem with them communicating, I'm going to let them that be known. I'll hit you up, check on you, see how you doing. My man got a problem with you calling, and he don't understand our relationship. That to me is respect for the person I'm with. I have to respect the person I'm with, not the person I've been with, because they're in the past. So I don't want to the best of my future.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something, guy.
Okay.
You maybe you said you was 57 years old, and you look wonderful. You look great for your age. I hate
Thank
to
you.
say for your age, you just look great. So let's start there.
Thank you.
But you see how you said, yo, I had to learn how to speak to a man. I had to learn. Maybe it just comes with time. And I love the
That's
fact
what I
that you
said.
came on here and you shared, because this is what I was trying to articulate earlier, and what Rich was trying to articulate earlier. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And if you took a minute, and I tried to put this as best as I could, like, yo, you got to understand, men are raised, your mother, forget your father, your mother will tell you, you better not let nobody put their hand on you. You better not let nobody talk to you this way. And then when we go out into the street, we're used to being tested, or we ain't gonna let nobody test us. So when you go home and somebody's talking to you crazy, sometimes the point gets missed.
Right.
Simply because of how the message is being delivered. And what we was trying to say, how we was trying to say earlier is, if you sit down and just talk, and help us to understand your point of view, instead of putting it out there like nigga this and nigga that, and you should know better, and I ain't raising no grown man, and I shouldn't have to tell you right from wrong. Our natural instincts as men do kick in. That is, it's fair to say that. It's like, you can't tell me in every other part of my life I gotta be a man.
Right.
Up until I come into this house and you start popping off at the mouth, even if what you're saying is right, you're talking to me like you're another man. So hold up. Like now what you're saying is lost, because I'm hearing, and what I'm interpreting is how you're saying it. And we're just telling women like, yo, sometimes just communicate it a little bit better and you will get different results. So I'm happy that you said that, especially being a more mature, older woman, because some of the younger women just need to hear that. And maybe they can hear it coming from you in a way that they can't hear it coming from me or Rich.
But the thing is, a lot of times women are so worried about how somebody else sees things that they forget about who they are. Because the bottom line is, okay, like I said, I got married the first time I was 18, my high school sweetheart. So that's different. That was learning for me. So by the time I got married the second time, I had learned a lot. But as that being his first marriage, he didn't know the things that I knew. Even though we were the same age, he didn't understand certain things. But my thing is, I never disrespect a man in public. Now, when y'all close that door and it's just you and him, if you want to motherfuck him, then that's what you can do then. But you don't do that in front of somebody else, because now he started off on the defense. It's on another level because you started off with negativity, because you started off with disrespect when you started talking to him. Now, me myself, when I on stage, I never use it. I never nigga this. I don't do that in my comedy. Now, in my comedy, I will say bitch. But as far as a conversation between me and another female, I don't do the bitch stuff. I explained that before. It's just the way I was raised. The way I was raised when I'm gonna explain this like I told one of my white girlfriends. She said, Valerie, why do you have such a problem with the word bitch? And I said, because it's disrespectful. Oh, it's just a female dog. How's it disrespectful? I said, okay, there's two definitions of bitch. So look at other definition. But as I was raised, when we were growing up, I said, when a black man want to disrespect a black woman, he call her a bitch. When a white man wants to disrespect a white woman, he call her a cunt. I said, so I was raised hearing somebody say when a black man want to disrespect a black woman, he said, fuck you, bitch, suck my dick. That was a way of disrespecting her. So that I don't like playing with the word bitch. I always tell my friends that I don't do that. Now when I see these women these days, and I'm gonna say women because I'm being polite about it. But when I see these women these days, oh bitch, what you doing? Bitch, how you doing? Y'all disrespecting each other. This is my thing. I told them, I said, if it's okay for you to have that conversation like that, you find it okay. Call your grandmama up and say, bitch, what you doing? Now, if you feel comfortable with that, you have no respect for yourself or your grandmother. So that's just my thing is the wording. It's the way that you deliver stuff, just like you just said. If you start off a conversation in a negative way with a negative attitude, you can't expect something positive to come out of it.
Val, I want to thank you for chiming in on this conversation. Love your perspective and love the fact that you took time to come in and speak your truth. Please make sure, I'm not sure if you're on YouTube, but check, please subscribe to the Boys Club, because we're going to be moving this conversation over there, in the next couple of weeks. So, thank you. Shout out to you, Val, in Las Vegas, and keep tuning in every Wednesday right here, 7:30 p.m. Okay, Eastern time.
As soon as I get off here, I already follow Rich, but I will follow you because I've listened to you guys a couple of times, but I will follow you, and like I'll follow y'all on y'all YouTube page, and I appreciate if you follow me back on my YouTube page too, because everything's all about comedian. And I do have live talks too. Matter of fact, I think tomorrow I have Jeff Mayweather on. But anyway, so thank you. It's nice meeting you too, and you guys have a lovely evening. Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye. All right, Rich, I think that's it.
Woo, we was lit tonight.
Oh my goodness, this was a great conversation.
It was great conversations, man. I made it through the night, so that's a plus. I'm here. But like I said, every week we do this 7:30. Appreciate the love, appreciate everybody coming out week after week, man. It's a blessing. And people now are coming in the comments, and the actual conversations are getting really, really good as well. So that's also dope.
Yeah, so everybody, please, I've said this 50 million times tonight, but please go subscribe to our YouTube channel, The THE Boys, BOYS Club. You'll see a picture of myself. You'll see a picture of Richie Dollaz. Y'all know that face, so please hit subscribe and definitely look for us every Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern time. And this is not a one-way conversation. This is a conversation to help any women out there. We don't come on acting like we know everything. This conversation is just to help you understand how men think. Simple as that, right or wrong. Our perspective might not always be right, but it is our perspective. And if you're going through something in your life, in your relationship, maybe listening to us will help you to understand how your man or how that dude you're interested in really does think. So I'll see y'all next week. Peace and love. And check y'all next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. One.